Hello everyone, it's Leo, and I missed this so much. I missed waking up early on my Sundays watching Precure and talking about the episode. Finally, Healing Good Precure is back and it's time to talk about episode 13. Yes, and even better than this is that episode 13 is already available on Crunchyroll. Yes, Crunchyroll got Healing Good Precure as we already talked about. It got Healing Good and the episode is already there. So the simulcast has already started. We don't have the first 12 episodes, but they're probably gonna add it later. I'm very thankful that the simulcast is already on. Girl, I'm so happy. I'm really happy. Like, girl, you just can't take it away from me. But unfortunately, it's not available for everybody. From what I know, it's available in America and also in Oceania. I mean, America, the continent, and in Oceania as well. So not every fan can watch it, unfortunately. Let's hope Healing Good will get everywhere in every single Crunchyroll around the world for fans to be able to support it officially, because girl, now we can. I mean, some of us can, and I'm happy about that. Anyways, I was very excited for episode 13 way back in the day because it was a Hinata episode and she would be like debating whether on she could be a Precure or not. She would have like confidence problems. And this episode delivered even better than I was expecting in terms of Hinata's relationship with herself. I really enjoyed how they worked with her. So we got to see her father for the first time. He is handsome, girl. What a dad. And, you know, he's very playful. And he kind of has Hinata's ways in a way, you know, like he can be serious in time, but you know, he was like making poses and such, and he really reminded me of Hinata herself because her brother and her sister that we already saw, we don't see much of Hinata's personality in them. But you know, he was very fun, but Hinata wasn't having it. She was just not there with the girls. The girls were there talking with her father, but she just wanted not to be a Precure anymore. Like she was feeling that. And when she said that, Latte's face when she said that was so funny. I mean, we see the girls reacting a lot, but Latte reacting like that, girl, I was living. I was living for that moment. And when she shared her feelings, I totally got it. Because she said like they were working very hard as cures, they got new powers, they evolved, they're getting bottles, they're getting new attacks and everything. But it's just not paying off. They are evolving, but their enemies are evolving together with them. They have a new villain, and the monsters are getting stronger. Like, why are we doing this? And you know, and at that moment, Chiu jumped in and said, I get you. I get you because you work hard and you don't see results. And that is frustrating. That is unmotivating. And you know, I totally understand that. When you work hard for something, when you give it your all, and there's nothing back, it really hurts. You know, it's bad. It sucks. And I could understand her frustration in being a Precure because it's not just that. You know, in her whole life, every time she worked hard for something, it just didn't pay off. She just doesn't have it in her. Like, and she started comparing her to her brother and sister who are very talented in lots of things. Like she can't dance like them. She can't play the piano like them. She can't swim like them. So every time she tries to do something, she fails. And that hurts her. And she connected it with her Precure self, because that's kind of what happened as well. It was nice seeing that side of her. It was nice seeing that she was like, you know, sharing that moment with the girl. I could totally understand where she was coming from. And then we have the villains. We have a new villain, Batetemoda, and he joined recently. And, you know, it feels like he joined for a long time, but, you know, he's just been in one episode, which was episode 12. And now we saw him interacting with King Byogen, or King Byogen's shadow. And especially Shindoin was very angry with the way he was interacting with him, because he's very playful. He doesn't care about it. Like it doesn't seem like he cares about like hierarchy. He doesn't care about that, and so he was just playing around. He was just being himself, and I love Batatemodo for that. Guaru took advantage of that situation to say like, okay, I'm older than you, I can teach you how to do this, let's work together. And so they went on to attack, and they created a Byogen that flies in the sky and creates static electricity. And this static electricity was great because it created like that hair on the mascots, and I was like, oh my god, the healing animals, they were so funny with that face. They were so funny with that face. And the thing that happened after it, I didn't really like it. I felt like it lacked energy. Sometimes Healing Good does that, and I don't like. I don't like the way that the narrative goes sometimes. And in this episode, it was clear because this episode was full of great moments. But when they started searching for the Byogen, Go Girl, give us nothing. You know, like it was just they lacked energy. They were just walking around and seeing some stuff. Like I felt like it lacked. I don't know. I can't really put it into words, but I felt like it lacked something. And then when they saw Hinata's sister, Hinata was like desperate to help her, and her sister said, "Okay, call Dad and our brother to help me." And then she was like, can't I do this? You know, and at the end of the day, you know, she got with the girls and the girls helped her. The girls talked to her. And Nodoka even told her, like, the juice you made us was good, but it was different. It was just different. I'm not saying it's a bad juice. It's just different. You're not your sister. You can do things on your own as well. You can be yourself. And we are glad that you are you and you can achieve things by being yourself. And actually, you know, I think that it was a very simple talk, but it worked very well for what Hinata was doubting herself for. And, you know, one thing I really like about this is the fact that usually in Precure, the Cures are talented. They're able to achieve things. Like they're intelligent, or they can play an instrument, or they can fight, or they can, you know, they have a certain talent. Hinata doesn't. She isn't good at anything naturally. She has to work for things that she wants to do. And that is refreshing and amazing. That is amazing. I really liked it because it gives us kind of a different feeling, you know? It gives us kind of a different feeling to her character. And, you know, it usually happens with the lead, with the pink character, with the pink girl, but this time around with the yellow. Girl, that was so good. That was so good. You know, nothing's ready for Hinata. She has to give it her all to achieve something. And even if she gives it her all, she might not achieve it. This is life. This is life. And so they were able to think about the monster, and they were able to find it. And, oh, I forgot to say, Nyatoran's birthmark in his forehead. What was that? That was so cute. And Nyatoran desperate, not wanting people to see that. Oh my god, what a moment. And I think that it breaks the mold a little bit and gave this episode a little bit more energy, because, you know, the one who gives energy to the episode is usually Hinata, and she wasn't feeling it. And so it was great. It was awesome. Nyatoran, you're amazing. You're an amazing girl. I mean, you're not a girl. You're amazing. And you know, they were able to find the monster because they understood that the monster was in the sky. I thought that they were going to find it somehow, like in a different way, but no, you know, just Sparkle just gave it a beam and then it fell down. Like, it was, I thought they were going to fly like something and find it in the sky. I don't know, but they were able to find it easily, and both Batetemoda and Guairu fell down with the monster, and you know, Guairu was just like, hey, Precure, hello, you know, he was just happy. I'm like, I think he's a sadist because he loves getting beaten by the Cures. You know, he just loves it. I think he has a lot of fun with that. And before that, he was having his talk with Guairu, and Guairu told him like, okay, now you know how you have to work, right? And then, do you want to be my minion? And he was like, sure, but you know, he was obviously lying. But Tetemoda is the smartest one out of the four of them for sure. And but Tetemoda is now in the opening as well. I don't remember if he was in episode 12, I'm not sure. But now he is. Like when the four minions appear, he is there with them. Great. But Tetemoda is my favorite already. And so the girls started fighting against the monster. They had a hard time fighting it because the monster was very fast. And, you know, it created lots of nice scenes. And, you know, the fight itself, it was kind of interesting. I liked it. And, you know, there was lots of actions and great moments with the girls trying to get it, but it was hard for them to hit the monster. The only part I didn't like was the way Fontaine used the ice bottle. I mean, they could have created some sort of situation for her to use that bottle in more of like an intelligent and different way, because the monster was very fast. And so like, how can we hit this monster? And like, they were able to hit it. She was able to hit it in the first try with the ice bottle. But you know, that created the best part of this fight, which was the sparkle jump, using the bunny shield from Pure Grace, and Sparkle jumped and kicked the monster. I loved that kick. Girl worked. Slay mama. I loved that. And so they were able to purify the monster and everything. And so, you know, Hinata's getting her groove back. She's happy that she is feeling herself again. I think that she understood that sometimes you're gonna give it your all and you're not gonna have it. You know, you're not gonna be able to have your all, and you might give everything you have, but the results might not be there. But at the end of the day, what matters is that your friends are by your side, and you keep believing in yourself, because that's life, girl. If you just knew what's coming for you in life, you're gonna get lots of disappointments, lots of no's, lots of failures. That's just how life works, isn't it? Anyways, that was my view on episode 13 from Healing Good Precure. I'm excited for the next episode. They didn't show anything in the preview, but next episode we're gonna learn a little bit more of the cure from the past. Yes, girl, I'm curious. I'm very curious to see what is in store for us in episode 14. I think it's gonna be a very fun episode, but at the same time with a little bit of lore from the Healing Good Precure story. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. Please leave a comment with your takes on episode 13. Are you also watching on Crunchyroll like me, if it's available in your country? If you're not, please try to support it. It's very important for us Precure fans, because it might mean more seasons and more simulcasts in the future. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye!